I think it's about time I got myself a clipboard as well. Welcome to Clipboard Corner. Welcome back to Up the Villa and Clipboard Corner, our newest concept that went down pretty well last time. A lot of you really enjoyed the concept, so welcome back to our second episode. We've got a lot to get through. This is what I'm hoping to do on these episodes, go through a load of different topics. And before we start, we're going to kick it off with some of the things that I've noticed behind the scenes first. And then we'll get into some of the meatier topics of what we can talk about as well. So first up, we're going to have a little chat about Mr. Monchi. Mr. Monchi's in the building. We can see that he's reporting for pre-season duty. New brand, new crest, new season, the same motivation, Up the Villa. And he's sporting a very nice Adidas training top as well. So that's one of the training tops that I've got my eye on. Unai is wearing a new one as well, which we'll see later on in this episode. But, you know, from what I'm seeing here as well, the branding of the new badge, where I'm seeing it on all of the different various parts of Bodymore, looks really cool. We can see in the background as well that Adidas is there. We are big on Adidas. It feels massive that this football club has just got a proper brand logo behind us now, which is absolutely wicked. We can see here on this one as well, the new badge behind Mings. It's great to see Mings back at Bodymore. On some of the footage that I've seen, Mings is doing a lot of running around. He's doing a lot of movement. The knee looks good. So the promising sign so far from pre-season is that Mings looks to be there, which I think is a real big positive. Another positive, somebody who is there as well and he's doing some running, is Boubacar Kamara. He looks like he's stepped up his rehabilitation as well. So that's really pleasing to see. He's been on one of them big medicine balls, lobbing that around as well. So it's great to see that Kamara is there. So it feels like all of our players that were injured last season are there and are fit, firing, and trying to get back to that match fitness of what they need and what they're looking for, really. So you probably saw this next one. We can't do Clipboard Corner without seeing the wizard, the maestro, Unai Emery with his clipboard. Like I say, I've got mine. I had to get one. And to be fair, I know a lot of you are probably thinking, it's just a prop. It's not. It's got my notes on. My notes are on it. So I felt like Clipboard Corner, I've got to bring a clipboard to the table, haven't I? So we've got the clipboard, we've got the notes, we've got the topics. So if that's what you see me looking at, then I'm looking at my clipboard. But you know me, I love a little three-quarter top. And this one looks wicked. Like, the black, the detail just looks cool, looks naughty. So I'm all over that. And I just think my basket when those kits get released. Training tops, T-shirts, shorts, the kit, hopefully. I'd even buy that clipboard. I'd buy the lot. I would absolutely buy the lot. So that's something that I would be all over myself. Now, as you could see from the title, and if you were paying attention to the thumbnail, which I said you should be, it was Buen Dia Whoop. Now, Eagle Eye will notice this is a Whoop, and it is a Whoop fitness and health tracker. And only the elite wear these trackers. They monitor your fitness, your sleep, your recovery, your strain. They monitor all of those things and give you scores based on your recovery from your day that you've just done, based upon your strain, how much load you're putting on your body. It then integrates it with your sleep that will give you a score for the next day. Top stuff. It also tracks your heart rate. And like I say, elite athletes wear these. And some of you will know that I wear one of these as well. I wear a Whoop. you'll see a lot of top sportsmen now, like Ronaldo. A lot of footballers are starting to wear them because they are really good at tracking how you're progressing with your recovery and your fitness in general. So I've got one. I've been wearing mine now for about a month and a half, and I'm absolutely loving it. Some of you will know that I run, I go to the gym, I do a lot of running, and it helps me to stay motivated by going to the gym, and it's all based on an app. So it's not a watch, and I'm not sponsored by Whoop either. I'm just talking to you about this. So basically, it's a strap with a little tracker inside, and that's all it is. You charge it with this little pod here. So you charge that up through a sort of like a USB. You stick it on the top, so you never have to take this band off. That's how you charge it. You take it off, and that's how it works. And then you get an app with all of your data, and it is really, really cool to see how you're doing, etc. Now, I am going to start to incorporate my Whoop into my content. So the cool idea that I've had as well is that when I go to the games and we do the tactical debriefs, I'm going to track my heart rate during a 90-minute performance. And I'm hopefully going to track it through like goals, chances, etc. And we'll just have a bit of fun with it and we'll see how it does. But I'm more interested to see what happens to my heart when I'm at a football match and when I'm watching Villa. So you'll see here that Buendia's wearing a Whoop band. You can get them in different colours, etc. And they are really, really cool. You can wear them on your sort of your arm as well. You can wear, I think you can wear them on your ankles as well, I think. But yeah, that's what Buendia's wearing. And I was like, no, wait, Buendia's wearing one. So I imagine he's wearing it for pre-season. If any of you see Ronaldo and he's got the tape, he's got a Whoop underneath the tape. So yeah, that's what Buendia's doing and what Buendia's wearing, and that's what he's actually doing. We can also see that Enzo is in the building. Enzo is there. These are the first pictures of Enzo at training with Unai Emery. So Emery's had a fresh trim as well. I can tell you something. This is an Unai Spanish trim. You can always spot an Unai Spanish trim as well. So basically, if any of you watch me and think, what is he going on about Unai's haircut? Basically, I worked for Tony and Guy for about 15 years. So I know when Unai has had a fresh Spanish trim. And you can tell he's trimmed because around his ear, they always cut it like really straight here. And that's something that sort of like British barbers, we wouldn't do over here. We'd make it look a little bit more softer than that. So this is an Unai special where he's been home and he's had that fresh trim from being back home. So yeah, great to see Enzo in the building. We've got Ealing Jr. as well, who reported for his first day, getting those fitness yards in as well. So Ealing Jr. is at Bodymore. So I think those are all of the smaller topics that I really wanted to talk about. Next up, we did the episode earlier about Philogene. So as this one has evolved, we've now learned that this is an actual really good savvy move from Aston Villa. When the news first broke, and I thought, 18 million, we're spending 18 million on Philogene. Like I mentioned on the episode that I rate him, I think he's really good, but obviously 18 million is a lot of money to spend. But now what's happened is Villa have waited for a team to bid. We then get that matching terms sell-on clause. So we've gone in and swooped. But the interesting part of that now, we have technically 30% off that fee that has been agreed. So I think it goes down to about 12, which when that's amortized over 5 years, is looking at around about £3 million a year, which is peanuts. So whatever we do with Philogene, I imagine Unai, and we're hearing that Unai really rates him. Personal terms apparently were agreed before he went to Hull. So this feels like it's proper being in the pipeline anyway. So personal terms are done. It's just whether he wants to come back to Aston Villa. So we've got to see how that one goes. But I imagine if he plays for Villa, if he stays around, we've just lost Kellyman, so it's going to be good for the Champions League quota. If he gets more minutes than what Kellyman got last season, then that's really good. And if he plays quite a lot, that's brilliant. And then that fee is just going to keep going up and up and up. So that is my understanding now of Philogene back to Aston Villa. Percy is saying that it's close. So, you know, we've got to watch out for Percy at the back post. Normally, he hits. So that's you know, really good. So I feel better now. That fee's a lot lower. So watch this space, I guess. Watch this space. Vasco da Gama have signed Coutinho on a season-long loan. Coutinho still has 2 years left on his Aston Villa deal. So that's another year done and dusted. So that one's interesting. And then finally, a talking point that I want you guys to get involved with, especially Emi Martinez. Now, in our group chat a couple of days ago, I mentioned that I think Martinez, for me, possibly is the best goalkeeper that I've seen, but I'd potentially say one of the best we've ever had. Now, a lot of you might be screaming at the TV saying, or laptop or iPad or phone saying Bosnich or Spink, etc. But I think Martinez, for what he's done as a player, is absolutely massive. And you know, sometimes when we'll sign a player like Coutinho, and it's like he was world class for Liverpool, you know, and got his move to Barca. Remember Milan Barros, you know, top goal scorer at the Euros with Liverpool, and then comes to Villa. And a lot of these players have like got pedigree, but not while they were at Villa. Emi Martinez has won the World Cup with Argentina while he was at Villa. For whatever he's done at Aston Villa and how good he's been, that player for me is right up there, like right up there with one of the best players we've had because of what he's done in the course of his whole career. And he's done all of this while he's been at Villa because he wasn't playing for Argentina before he got to Villa. So I just think it's absolutely massive. So my question is, where does Martinez stack up for you? For me personally, I don't think he has to win something at Villa to make him like a Villa. I think his pedigree and what he's done for me is just absolutely massive. And Copa America, through to another final, 2-0 win over Canada. Alvarez and Messi scored. He's right up there, absolutely right up there for me. He's so good. So we've got a lot. We've gone through quite a lot there on a Clipboard Corner. I hope you've liked it. We'll keep doing more and more as pre-season goes. We'll be able to do more because we'll be able to see more. We'll be able to react to more. We'll be able to react to more sort of the friendlies. We've got Warsaw next week. We'll do a watch along for Warsaw. We'll do match reactions. We'll spot things. We'll find things. So thank you, everybody that has been watching and who has been enjoying the content. I actually really like this concept. It sort of gets me up and going. So yeah, I really like it. And we're fast approaching. Well, we're nearly at 19,000 subscribers, but we are fast approaching 20. So that is a massive, massive milestone. So we're on the road to 20. Let's get there as quick as we can. If you aren't subscribed, make sure you are. Up the Villa, up the clipboards, and I'll see you all soon.